clips on that. Man, that sucks. Because I decided I'm going to do my videos in 5-minute clips now. I went way over time. And part of that is because they mess up the sound quality, and that's been a pretty significant problem here. And I've had to resort to using the default phone microphone. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So, and again, the mic is messed up. And this mic, right now I have 3 mics I'm using. 2 mics that are fairly the same. One is newer than the other. And I don't use the older one, but it can work, and sometimes it works better than this one. And then the default phone microphone, which is messed up. So anyway, going back to Psalm 45, it says that she must submit, she must obey. Now, keep in mind, I haven't had a date in 8 years or so, and I've been scrambling to try to find true love my whole life, including the last 8 years. You know, every church is teaching these things wrong. Because when we look at it, right, I'm the bridegroom, the champion. Psalm 19, right? Those who would not have me be king, which includes the right to control reproduction, including the right to declare on behalf of God the end of reproduction. And when I say control reproduction, keep in mind that I don't lord things over people. I don't say, well, in that case, I'm going to kind of, act like some kind of idiot or something and just kind of go on a psychotic control sexual behavior, binge or something, become unhinged or something. That's stupid. That's dumber than hell. God put me in charge so that things will be done in a morally precise manner, and I have the option to do things behind the scenes. That'd be fine for me to do because I'm Christ. But I believe in transparency. I put a lamp on a stand, including the light of justice. But because people are so far gone, if I wanted to, I could go behind the scenes, but I don't believe in doing that. That's not something I would do. And I've committed over the years to a maximum amount of transparency and holding myself to account, because no one's qualified to judge me. The rest of the world together aren't qualified to judge me. And these things are important distinctions to make, because you might say, well, he's setting the stage for him to do X, Y, and Z. Keep in mind, I have predictions in 21 that I brought up many times. I said, look, I don't predict that they're going to give me my rightful place, that they're going to compensate me, that they're going to, that my card tactics, I was handing out cards or put them on cars and polls and so on, that this thing's going to work. I predicted that women wouldn't submit, and they didn't submit. I predicted I would still be single after all this time, and that was at the end of 21. It's now the beginning of 26. So I doubt that anyone from James Lick High School is going to see these videos, but hopefully they will. If you see them, consider what the 2 arguments are that are being made. One, you live in a society full of child molesters and their allies, and they use technology and a massive network of people and psychology and coercion and every underhanded trick you can imagine, and they use it all day, every day, around the clock. Literally. They scramble to make the world a worse place. Like Bob Marley said, the people make the world a worse place. Don't take a day off. They don't take a minute off. There's always people in their groups scrambling to make the world a worse place. And lots of people are being turned out, abused. 1 in 4 females before the age of 18 is said to be sexually abused, and 1 in 6, little boys before the age of 18, right? So young people. And there was something in the news which said 2 out of 3 young males are single, and only 1 out of 3 young females. So they got these older guys preying on these younger females. In my case, I take it extremely personally that I've been shunned by women, that I'm not married. I'm 44, and the last 8 years takes me back to when I was 36, when I still had some semblance of being young, having a young marriage and being happy and so on and so forth, some semblance of that, some taste of that, some potential of that, potentially to taste that sort of victory. They shunned me, and I was scrambling to try to explain to them why that was wrong, and they kept shunning me. And I was already complaining about women, going back to my late 20s on record in my video series. I started making videos 2009, and I started making videos right before I turned 28 or so. So by the time I was 29, I had made videos about females, and I was scrambling to try to find love the whole time, really from the first video onward. So to me, I'm the one person on this planet who's qualified to date a younger female because society owes me that. Everyone else was outside the divine order. Again, everyone else was outside the divine order while I was scrambling to restore the divine order. So they can't say, hey, I missed out on those years too. You missed out on those years while you were doing the wrong thing. I got shunned by women as Christ